collaboration day again with Christina and Gina. So if you don't know, if you're not following them already, Christina over at Rooted Homeschool is a mom to 5, and she's homeschooling them, and she's back to in-person teaching at school, so she's killing it. And she actually has a video of like how she's doing the things. But she's got 5 from 1 to 13, and they all fall in between. And then Gina over at GinaB Homeschool, she's got 3 kiddos, and she's homeschooling, well, she's like taught schooling the little ones, and then she's got Nicholas, her oldest, in first grade, pretty sure, he's 6. So they are wrapping up both of their years, and we're all gonna do like an end of the year review or like curriculum review, kind of like a, what do you want to call this? Yeah, like a review, I guess. Curriculum, how it went, what worked, what didn't work. So I'm gonna link their stuff below. Be sure to check them out because they have done cool and like a lot of good things during the year for their kiddos. And so for us, okay, well, I tore into our schoolroom the other day and like completely redid it. So like I'm sitting in the same spot, but it just looks different. And I got all of our kindergarten stuff out and ready. So our preschool stuff, I don't have it out. I put it in the attic, and I shouldn't have, but I was just panicking. So I'm just gonna let you know what we started using at the beginning of our year, which was like last summer. I think we started in July to do year round, and how it went, what we're doing now. Well, we're done now, but how it went, how we finished it. So for preschool, we bought the box, the Sonlight whole box for the, I'm pretty sure it's called the pre-K 4. It's not the kindergarten American history, it's the one right before that. But it's not preschool. Pretty sure it's called pre-K. Anyways, we bought the whole box. We lasted a good while with it, and it comes with read alouds that cover all the topics. It covers everything. I think the only book we made it completely through was the Berenstain Bears science book. It's the big book of science and nature. We made it all the way through that one really early on because we would read more than we were supposed to. And then that doesn't come with like a math. So we added in the Matthew C. They call it primer, but it looks like primer. So the very first one they offer, we got that. We made it 18 weeks through that, and she was just like, I just don't like it. I don't want to do my math pages. And I still don't know because I haven't really like poked to ask if it was just boring visually or if it was the mastery approach that she was bored with. So when we started out, I was like, mastery, that's amazing. Yeah, like yes, perfect, it makes sense. Even though in that program, they don't expect it to be mastered. It's just kind of like an introduction, but she was just not having it. But it was repetitive. Like pretty much all 5 days, you're doing the same thing. And then like the last day, they might add in like 1 or 2 extra like picture type things. So I have heard that it's really good for boys, and I don't know why. I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna try it on my little guy when he's ready. But I think she was just bored with it visually because we did get the Horizons book, and she was like excited about it. We only did the first 2 lessons of Horizons because I was like, well, we're gonna need to save this for kindergarten. So we put that aside and we jumped into the Math Start books that I found on thriftbooks.com. We loved those, and it was really just as simple as we read it, and then some days we did an activity with it, some days we didn't, but that was an option. I just really didn't push the end of the year. I'm not the end, like the second half. Once she was showing me she was interested in some things and not in some things, we just let it fall where it may. I mean, I just didn't push it. We have plenty of school to be pushing starting in kindergarten in July. So, so math, you see, we did not stick with, and we will not continue with their next level, or we won't even, I was gonna just start over with that, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna switch and try a spiral approach. So hopefully maybe that'll be better for her. What else? What else? Handwriting without tears. We started it. We did it here and there. We haven't really done a lot. We didn't finish it. So the theme of this video is we just didn't finish it. None of it. That science book and the Bible book that came with the Sonlight, we will finish those. Or that, the Bible one, we have a few stories left. But handwriting, I didn't push it, and mostly I didn't push it because the book we had was the green one, and it's the like preschool version, and I don't think it was helpful for her. She knows how to form all her letters. Like she gets some of them backwards, like the S, she gets backwards sometimes. But for the most part, she knows how to form her letters. So just that one, like the way, I wish I would have packed it up now, but the way it's set up, it's got one huge letter on one page and then just a couple on the next, like, you know, pencil strokes basically. So for her, it was just kind of boring, and she didn't really get it, and she didn't want to color in the pages either. So we just put it away, and we'll continue with the next one, the kindergarten version. That's actually more like, you know, the practice for it. We did a lot of Let's Play School. We loved it, but again, we haven't been keeping up with the subscription. We usually were like a month behind, so I didn't feel pressured to get it done. But now I've just been printing them off, not even laminating all of them. And then like if it's a math sheet, just let her write it and I throw it in the trash when she's done. It's not the end of the world. I can go back and print it off. To start with, I thought I had to print all the things, laminate all the things, and be able to keep them for eternity. And that's just not the case. So, I mean, as you can see, I got rid of our learning shelf because that just wasn't working out either. And I think it's more of a me thing. Like if I have it all set up and fun, they're good with it, but it puts some unnecessary pressure on me to like have it done and looking nice, and then it kind of turns into like a catch-off or junk. It was just overwhelming, and we put it aside for now. We still have the activities. I still have them, you know, I'll pull them out here and there, and that was it for that. And I mean, that was it. But Sonlight, I loved it. For me, I liked it a lot because it comes with the teacher's guide, and it tells you, you know, read this today, read this tomorrow, do this activity if you want to. So I liked it. For me, the teacher's guide was super helpful. But I think, and we met a lady this last weekend at church who said it perfectly. We had read aloud fatigue, and it was a lot. And for her to only have been 4 at the time, and having a little guy running around and getting into, what's that, a duck? I don't know. So it was just kind of like trying to keep her attention, and we're kind of learning with her. I don't think she's going to be the kind that can color or do things with her hands while we're reading. So for her, it wasn't just like, here, do this while I read. We were sitting down, we were reading this, and this. And then by the maybe 3rd one, especially if it was a longer chapter, she was just kind of like, I'm over it. And then it had the workbook that came with it, which was, she liked it, the activities, but they were just black and white, nothing very exciting. They were older, so we didn't even follow them exactly like the instructions said. So I guess the biggest thing that I learned, the biggest takeaway is for preschool, even dare I say kindergarten, Keep it simple. You don't have to do all the things. Brooke, I'm talking to myself. You don't have to do all the things every day. I mean, we have had days where we just read, and those have been some of the nicest days. Like, just, we recently have gone back to the library, just gotten tons of books, and just sit and read. And she'll hear a word and she'll say, "What's that?" And we talk about it. Or we'll read our Bible story and she'll say, "What's that?" And we'll talk about it. So it's just been those discussions that have really, I think, been better than the book work. And I mean, you hear it all the time. You hear this so much. It's the play is where they learn when they're little. And I think that's true. I mean, we put away the math curriculum. We put away the literature curriculum. And she's still doing things, even though I haven't sat down and said, okay, well, here's what we're going to do. But just as we're playing or as we're doing things, it's coming up. So that's kind of how my advice to my not that much younger, my advice to myself starting out, keep it simple. You don't have to do all the things. Especially when they're that little. You don't have to do all the things when they're big, honestly. But keep it simple. It would have been money saved, and it would have been a slight bit of frustration saved, but when she got frustrated and I could tell it wasn't working, I didn't push it. I couldn't see upsetting her and not making her excited for what's to come. So we just put it away. So we didn't finish any of our original curriculum plans. And like I said, I had the box of all the things, the literature, the science, because with the science book we did finish, so we did one thing. And then handwriting, because I thought we had to have reading, writing, math, which we do next year, but we just didn't. And I don't see any evidence that she's not learned, she's not grown with us not having done all that. So I'm just going to say it again. You don't have to do all the things when they're that little. Play, read, point out, the shapes and the colors, and just make it fun. Read. That's the big one. It's the big one that I heard, and I was just like, you've got to do more. You've got to. I really think you do. I mean, they're gonna learn. They're gonna color. They're gonna learn the motor skills. They're gonna learn the things that they need when they're ready. And that's another, you've got to wait till they're ready. And if they're clearly not ready to do it, don't push it. Especially for preschool. Don't push it. Keep it fun. Keep it simple. Keep it light. I wish I wouldn't have packed away all my things so I could have shown you. And this would have been more than just like a sit down and chat in the middle of the night type thing, but it's cool, right? So I'm positive that Christina and Gina are going to be much more helpful than I was. They'll probably have the things to show you, but it's just me. I get ahead of myself sometimes, and I put away the things in the attic. That's where all the preschool stuff lives now, because we're waiting on kindergarten. So that's just it. Go over, check them out. I can't wait to see their thoughts on the things that they used, because I know that they've used different things throughout the year, like different from each other. And then I know Christina has used different things in her home. So I'm excited to see their curriculum wrap-ups, and I'm kind of like the spoiled, younger child. I don't think I'm actually younger than them, but you know what I'm talking about? Like, if you've got that younger sibling who's kind of spoiled, they have kids older than I do, so I feel like I got the inside scoop on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see what they come out with, so I can really know, because I trust them and I trust their opinions. So I'm going to link their things, their videos, their channels down below. If you have questions, if you want me to show you the inside of the things, I'll go to the attic. I'll get it. But for the last time, preschool, keep it simple. So simple. Play. Play outside. That's my thing I wish I would have done more of, like in the spring and the fall. Not just the summer. It's like, keep it too hot. In the winter, I don't. Anyway, I'm an inside person. I'm a homebody, but outside nature. We've done a lot more of that lately, and it's showing. You know, they're not as scared of things. So read, get outside, find the nature, and then just play. Okay, guys, I'm going to hang out with the husband for a little bit, and we will talk to you guys, or I will talk to you guys later. Christina, she's kicking these videos out, and she's so helpful on all the things. Love it. And she, like I said, she's working, and she's homeschooling these kids. So if you're on the fence about can I work and homeschool, go follow her. And then I don't know why I'm pointing like this is where they're gonna be, but Gina, she's got the little ones, and she does her busy bins, and she's got Nicholas, and like I said, he's just right above where my girl is. So I love watching that age group of like once they're doing their things, because I know we'll be there shortly. And then she's got the busy bins going. She's got Sweet Lily in the back. So definitely, if you haven't watched them yet, go watch them, check them out. I promise you will find something helpful, and I can't wait. So hope you guys have a great night, or whenever you're watching this, and don't stress about curriculum. Don't do it. Trust me. It's not worth it. You'll probably end up changing your mind, and it's fine. We all change. So